104.1 KRBE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Roula and Ryan Show.
With Eric. It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula.
Macaroni and cheese hot dog.
Ryan. I am the worst DJ ever. With Eric.
We're the champions of the world!
104.1 KRBE.
Good morning and welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. You're going to hear all of us at one point or another this morning.
Good morning.
Another this morning. I'm just, I never drink coffee, so I know you do. I know Roula does.
I didn't
Kevin.
get it going yet, though, because I was running a little bit late. Sorry.
I
Hey, I'm
actually
here.
dipped into the 5-hour energy drink. I swore I didn't want to get back into that stuff, but man, sometimes you need a little pep in your step. But I was up late last night. I was watching, I don't know how. I've seen the show a million times.
Uh-huh.
I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah,
The Larry
so
David
we
series.
both do.
I know that's something that you and me and Eric share. And in case you don't know who Larry David is, he created Seinfeld. And I would say Curb is basically like an R-rated Seinfeld. If you watch
Okay,
that.
yeah, I think it's funnier than Seinfeld.
I do too.
I never really got into Seinfeld. I know
do
it was the
too.
same creator. He created his own show, which I liked a lot better.
I do too. I'm on the Spite Store season. So Larry did not like the coffee that he was getting from Mocha Joe's. So he decides to open up another coffee shop right next door. But before he did, he goes, "You're banned. You're banned for life." And that started the whole Spite Store. And then I started to remember, do you remember just a couple of weeks ago we were talking about what you get banned from?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
let's let Roula take it away.
Tell us where you were banned from and why.
I was banned from the YMCA in San Antonio.
And why was this? Why were you banned from the Y?
I got into a fight with one of the employees because she mistook me from a girl that cheated with her husband.
Oh, she thought you were the other
Oh my
woman?
God. And what y'all got
And
later
I
into?
wasn't the other woman. I apparently looked like the other woman without glasses.
Oh, my God.
So she just yelled at you or like tried to fight you?
She came up to me and punched me
She punched you?
gosh.
Like where? In
And
the
then-
stomach or the face or what?
in the stomach. Punched me in the stomach.
How about it was in the
And
locker
I
room while you were trying to
doubled over.
change?
You doubled over in pain. Did you like fight back?
I doubled over, didn't know she was a YMCA employee, turned around and punched her and knocked her out.
No,
You
wait a
knocked her
second.
out?
I mean, you're just defending yourself, Avery, honestly.
Yeah.
But at what point did they not understand that you are the victim here for mistaken identity and you were assaulted by one of their own, yet they still banned you from their company? Why?
Because when I fought back, I ended up hurting her pretty bad because when I knocked her out, she fell and hit her head.
Oh, God,
But we
that's
both,
bad.
she got fired
She's trying to
and
sue
I
you?
got banned.
No, she assaulted her. How
I know,
can
but-
she sue her?
Because this is 2022 and
Everybody sues everybody.
people sue
So
for
are you
anything.
banned from all YMCAs or just that one location in San Antonio?
Just that one location, and it's
Oh,
on the piece that for the reason why.
So when she came to and realized that you
man.
weren't the woman that was cheating with her man, did she ever apologize?
Yes, she did. She got fired, and she understood why she got fired. It's on her record and mine that in the YMCA reason why she got fired and why I'm not allowed there.
That's crazy.
You were just defending
Avery.
yourself.
You're just going for a nice swim.
She comes back from her concussion. Sorry about that punch, lady. You look like somebody I hate.
And the funny thing is, you're like, I really was that lady.
The plot thickens.
Wow, Avery, what a story. Thank you for sharing. Happy Monday to you. And now you know. Now we know. So
getting
somewhere in
punched in the
San
gut.
Antonio, Avery is not wanted.
When you're not expecting it, you get
Would you rather take one in the
grow up.
gut or the face?
sometimes the face in a way. It depends. I mean, if it's
No,
your
I gotta-
nose,
I
you
gotta-
don't
I'm
want
taking
it.
the gut, man.
I'll
But
take
the gut, when you lose,
There's more
your,
candy
get the
cushion
wind
in there.
knocked
The gut, you
Wind
can,
is out of you,
yeah, but
you're
you can
down,
hide
they can-
that. If you get a shiner, you're walking around in the office, you got to explain
I'm
that.
just saying for getting your ass kicked. Once they hit you in the stomach, you're down. They can just pummel your face.
Ugh.
Well, let's go to Kim and get Kim's story of where Kim's been banned from. I understand it's 3 different locations that Kim has been banned from, not just one.
3?
We're asking, where have you? Are you someone who's listening right now who's been banned from a location? And wow, Kim's got 3 spots she's not allowed to go to. But why? Let's find out. Hi, Kim. Hello.
Good morning. What were you banned from, Kim?
I have been banned from 3 different mall Santa Claus places.
Mall Santa Claus place.
So you cannot go see Santa Claus at 3 different malls.
Correct.
What'd you do?
Technically, I didn't do anything. My eldest daughter beat up 3 Santa Claus because they tried to pick her up.
How old was she?
2, 3, and 4.
Wait, a 2-year-old
So-
beat up Santa?
No, Yeah, that's
So
a 2-year-old.
so the 2-year-old starts wailing on the Santa Claus.
Oh, yes.
And yes, 2-year-olds can physically assault you because I was physically assaulted by
You
my
can't
own
fight
child.
back. You're Santa Claus.
In
You
the
can't
parking lot.
push the kid off you.
it's
When they
Scratch
don't
it.
want something, it's over. They'll scratch, they'll pull, they'll
Why'd you keep, after the first one, why did you go back 2 more times?
to different malls.
I thought she was older, more mature. She could handle it. But she's 16 now, and she still can't stand being touched.
Wow, so it's interesting because usually the parents put the child on the Santa lap or next to the Santa. But in this case, with all 3 Santas, they were saying, come on, step up here, little girl. And they were trying to help her onto the lap, and that's where she freaked out on them.
Yes.
So did you just think it was like, this is just one Santa looks menacing to her. Let's go to another mall Santa. He'll look nicer.
A year later.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
What malls were
Yeah,
they?
what malls are they? Are they here local?
Are they local?
Yes. Woodland, Steerbrook, and Willowbrook.
So what happens if you try and show up? Like, is your picture there every holiday season? Do not take a
The
picture of
elves
this lady.
know who she is.
Yeah.
I have a younger daughter, and she's never been to see Santa because I'm too traumatized from it.
Yeah,
I don't blame her.
Wow.
don't blame you at all.
Wow.
Don't blame you.
Kim, that's a
But
first.
you can go to the
think there
mall,
would
though.
be-
You can still go to the mall. You just can't go to
Can't
Santa.
go sit in Santa's lap. I would think there would be a ban list for kids that peed in Santa's lap, too.
Oh,
Well,
gosh.
that's different.
Little kids that
because
get
that's
scared
Just, they
and
get
they
scared.
tinkle
They're
on
not doing
Santa.
it on purpose.
Oh, that's the last thing. Oh, okay, could you pee? Now I'm going to kick you out of here forever. That won't traumatize a kid.
All right, that's humiliating.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, Kim's kid had to really haul off and punch Santa Claus to
And
get
screaming and start hitting.
Kim, thanks for sharing your story. I don't know if I should say I'm sorry or not. Maybe it's better for you that you
When
stay
you see
away.
kids,
have
when
to?
when you guys see kids behaving really badly, you give the disapproving eye to the parents, don't you? It's the parents' fault.
I
I don't blame kids.
Sometimes.
But
Sometimes you don't know the kid's situation. Like once if he has, something going
true.
on with him and then you're judging them and it's like, I can't help it.
Right.
No,
I've
you don't
learned
know.
that,
You don't know what's happening. I
That's
mean-
why I just don't judge them. Like on
Yeah.
the airplane, if a baby's screaming or crying, it's like
Sucks.
staring at them
Oh,
isn't going to make the situation
No.
any
Believe
better
me.
and
No,
it's
I
going to
feel
make them
sorry for
so
everybody.
uncomfortable.
And the parents
Yeah.
are already sweating. Before
Yeah.
they even get on that plane, they are sweating. It's like a
I just
gamble.
keeps in my
Oh,
mind.
please just
It
don't
just
cry.
saddens me,
Please, please just don't cry. Don't cry. Don't
My
cry.
dad refused to take my brother and I anywhere until we were at least 2 years old and we can be told
And understand.
and understand to shut up. So we never went out to dinner and we never took any plane trips for those first 2 years of my life and of his life. So
4
I
years
had to
for
get
you?
screwed for some of my life too. When he came along,
Go to
You
the
didn't
plane.
play until you were 4 and you're making up for it ever since.
Eastern Airlines had to wait.
Eastern Airlines, does that even exist anymore? Eastern
That was
Airlines?
a long time ago. I think that turned into U.S. Airlines, turned into American Airlines, and it's still crap.
Oh, they got gobbled up. Now, it's so weird hearing Sam's voice. Did you see her yesterday?
I went over to her house. Finally, I got to meet her baby, Mateo, and we hung out with Santiago, kind of distracted him a little bit because he wanted to play. He had so much energy. He's a little ball of energy. And Mateo was in his grandmother's arms when we got there. And then, of course, Booster held him and fed him his little bottle. I don't hold babies. Cause,
You don't hold babies
No,
still?
no, babies can break.
You'll be fine.
Until they get to the point where they're healable. I don't want to be
Healable?
I don't want to be responsible for dropping your baby. So Booster went ahead and fed the baby Mateo, and so Sam's doing great. She is just hanging out with mom, and her husband has gone back to work a little bit, and so it was great to see them. I was gonna, stay for dinner, but I didn't want to overstay my welcome, so we were just there for about an hour, just visiting, as it were.
It's still really nice. I
Yeah,
mean, think
it's
about it.
still
It's
good.
like this really is a family affair here on the Roula and Ryan show with Eric, because it's like, in addition to that, you're watching Roula's dog.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. How could I forget? Because the dog doesn't let me sleep. She keeps creeping up. She will start at the bottom of the bed, and then she'll creep up to the middle. You know how dogs do, and they'll start
Oh, yeah.
pushing you away. And as soon as I move her, she wants to get up and start walking around in circles and licking herself and scratching her ear, and then the collar goes jing-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Here it is. 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, well, now I have another 30 minutes of sleep. Should I go back to sleep? No.
No. At that point, you're out of luck. Well, coming up next, we're going to check in on the listener line. A lot of people calling in over the holidays. I mean, it feels like a holiday. I think a lot of people are going on vacation right now, but people still take time to troll you, Kevin.
fantastic. I can't wait to hear it. It's a listener line. Huh?
All right, weather today, it is going to be rainy this morning. It looks like a high, really only in the high 80s. Shouldn't be in the 90s today. Right now, 77 degrees, 6:13 on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Ew. Screw you, clown.
You are a know-it-all, know nothing. Really?
104.1 KRBE.
All right, 713-278-VENT. That is the number for the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric listener line. You can call
It's our
it
voicemail.
anytime, yeah. And we check it every single day throughout the day. And I figured, now's as good a time as any to clear out some of these calls. It's always fun to start the day off with just a little bit of a troll. Now,
Oh, for who is this?
this would be basically you because
Lovely.
if somebody's new to the show. You and Sam were on an episode of Bar Rescue, correct?
So this is a show where this guy goes in and he fixes bars that are failing. I can't remember what the dude's name is, and he wasn't even there. Actually, I had Machete on mine.
Oh, Danny Trejo.
Yes.
The actor. He was in, so you got to meet him?
Yeah. He was not so mean. The other guy who was with him was kind of crappy to people. So anyway, Sam and I went out to
Was it Cleveland?
It was Cleveland. It was pretty far away, and we went to this bar for about 4 to 6 hours, and we had to be filmed just continuously. So much content, and we had a lot of fun. He threw a bug into Sam's drink that didn't make it to air. There was a lot of stuff that did not make it to air, and we were very sad because our part was only about 1 second long. 1 second after 6 hours of filming. We were very disappointed because we drove so far and spent so much time there.
Good morning, Fire Knockers. Hey, listen, remember that time Sam and Kevin, they went to that, they thought they was going to be on that show, Bar Rescue, and they were filming all day, and they had a big old watch party. All the friends and the family came over. They had it on 2 TVs at Sam's house, and they only showed the back of Sam's elbow for a split second. Remember that? Shut up, Brian.
Why are you going after me?
I'll never forget it. It is on YouTube. You can find it. I want to say the name of the bar was the Wagon Wheel, and I don't know what they changed the name into. Maybe the Poorhouse or something like that.
The Wagon Wheel.
It was a neat experience. Would I do it again? Heck no.
People don't understand, like, even being an extra on a television show, it's all day. They call it the hurry up and wait game. You'll sit there and you just wait and wait and wait for them to shoot the scene. You're in costume, and then you're filming for 14 hours a day, and you're right. You're on it for like 1 second. That's
our
it.
call time was 5 p.m., and we just sat in this room amongst some donuts and stale kolaches until they finally called us in there, sat us down, told us exactly what to order, and to be really mean about it, like complain.
God.
Man, I didn't put any of it on. Gosh. Anyway, what else we got?
Okay, so I love how people just listen to the podcast, and sometimes they just binge them. You know, they're doing a road trip and they listen, and they were listening to a segment we did last week. It was a group therapy where the mom felt guilty because she's got an 11-year-old who's got a promising career in baseball, but feels guilty for dragging the other kids to the games, and they're just spending hours and hours and hours just waiting and watching the other kids play. Well, this woman had to call in and comment on that.
I am calling in regards to the mother who called about a summer of baseball. Whether it's select or not, it's some of the most fun memories as a family we have. I'm coming from a child who has been drug around as the youngest of 5, but also had the opportunity to play select ball. And to this day, it's some of the most fun memories that we talk about growing up. In addition to that, what else do you want your kid to be doing? Do you want them to be home playing video games, or do you want them to be outside discovering? Lastly, you don't have to be at the ballpark even if you're out of town. You can find something fun for the kids to do and just take an hour break. Bring them back. Bring a popsicle to your son. It's fun. You're just frustrated. Stick with it.
It is true. And you miss those days when they're over. All the times you guys had to hear me moan and gripe and complain because when my daughter was growing up, her mom was at work full time. So, you know, that's the great thing about this job is it's like you get 2 days in one. I'd get done with work and then I'd be full-time dad. So I'd be taking my daughter Faith to rehearsals, practice, all sorts of things, sitting in traffic endlessly, waiting in the parking lot for her to complete whatever rehearsal she's doing. And now that it's over with, I'd do anything to go back and just have like one more day of that.
Right,
You
because
spend time together. And,
I'll never forget you saying I sat there in the parking lot for an hour while she went through her practice, and then I went to all 5 of the shows.
I did. I did.
Yes, you did. That was very nice. All right, next.
We were talking, I think it's a couple of weeks ago, about making up your own words. You have your own words.
Sandwich.
Yes, that's exactly how it was. This guy called in. He had his own word. He was inspired by an old rerun.
Topic is, what words do you say wrong on purpose? And the word I say wrong on purpose is, instead of momentum, I'll say momentum. And I got that from an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will is meeting his girlfriend's dad, and he doesn't like him, so he tries to kill Will by jumping out of the plane. And so they're stuck in the parachute, and he tells Will to use his momentum to knock themselves out of the tree. So that's my word that I say wrong. It's momentum. Hey, boy, use that momentum to get yourself free. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's a stretch.
Did they still, I know they did like a reboot of that, but as a serious show.
You know what? I didn't get past that first episode of the reboots.
It was a little slow.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Okay, so this is almost like falling under the category of group therapy. She's really troubled about what her boyfriend is checking out on his phone.
I've been with my boyfriend for about 4 years, and we've had this issue where he's like always constantly liking girls' pictures, whether they're like provocative or just casual or anything of the sort, and it makes me very insecure. I've shared my thoughts about it. He stopped for a while, and recently I just had the urge to check his phone, and I seen he has like bookmarked a lot of pictures of girls and videos of them dancing, doing like a lot of things that are very provocative and showing a lot of things, and I don't know what to do about it anymore. I mean, I don't know if it's just me being insecure about him liking other girls' pictures and videos, or should I just leave it alone or voice my opinion yet again? Or I don't know, maybe like the 4th time about it, and I just really could use some advice. Thank you.
Oh, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm telling you.
Oh, man. Is that what you think? See,
I'm telling you, I think it's so disrespectful to do that when you're in a committed relationship and you are liking all these thirst trap pictures of other people. That's just wrong, I think.
maybe you are insecure.
Well, maybe. But maybe if we got a reason to, after what it came out of.
Maybe you're a little bit gun shy. But
because it starts off with that, and the next thing you know, you're walking into a room and you glance over and your fiance is texting hearts to somebody.
I feel like she's being insecure. I mean, you can read the menu and not order. There's nothing wrong with looking at something that you're interested in on social media. I mean, he's not, as long as he's not reaching out to these women and
but that's how it begins, Kevin.
Conversation.
That's how it begins. He's casting the net. He's fishing for, like, start doing that. I'm telling you, it's a slippery slope. You're going down there. And if she says it makes her uncomfortable, he should care enough about her to honor her wishes and say, okay, I hear you, babe. I'm not going to do that.
That is true. Absolutely. If it upsets your partner that much, then just stop liking it. But at the same time, your partner needs to realize, come on, get it together. You're either with them or you're not. And now you're prying into the phone. That means, as you know, once you start looking, like you said,
oh, it's not good.
Yeah, you already know something's going on.
The trust is already broken at that point.
The trust is already broken. 37530. If you want to chime in on this, I'm interested to know. I know a lot of ladies would be like, "No, that's disrespectful." But I don't.
Do that again
care.
for me. What was that?
It's disrespectful. Keep it going. Come on.
All right, coming up, we have one more listener line call, but this is a panic button. So when we come back, you're going to find out what that is all about, and you'll have an opportunity to chime in. It's next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric and 104.1 KRBE.
You've got a problem. Please don't panic. Hit the panic button. Please give me the answer. On the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
KRBE.
Here's the deal. You can reach out to us many different ways. You can DM any of us on our socials at Producer Eric, at Radio Ryan Chase, at Radio Roula, or you can leave a listener line call, 713-278-VENT. We were just talking about clearing out the listener lines, but this one came in, and Everybody's got an opinion about this.
I just found out I was pregnant, and when I went to tell my husband, he didn't seem excited. He honestly flat out accused me of it not being his because of all the work that he's been traveling for. And it just devastated me. And I don't really know how to approach him and talk to him about this because, of course, it's his. And he just kind of didn't give me this vibe of, oh, I'm so happy I'm having a baby with my loving wife. And I really just don't know where to go with this. So I really just need some help.
That is horrible, y'all.
Or if you had a bad reaction like that.
That's a terrible
Because I bet there's a lot of women out there that have
Awful.
told somebody that, hey, we're pregnant.
Oh,
thinking they're
yeah.
gonna be
Is
excited
anybody out there listening right now who had a not so pleasant reaction to informing your partner that you're pregnant?
And how does this girl get past this? Listen, this is a hard one. That's like you only get one shot at the reaction.
It's like, how dare
that
he tell
happened-
her that, oh, you must have slept with somebody else? That is
Listen,
just
I'm going to go hard on
snake.
this guy. Is he projecting? Why would he say this?
I think you're right. Maybe he's projecting. Maybe he's cheating.
That's weird. Like, I'm thinking to myself, if I had told my husband and it was maybe like he was busy and he was distracted and didn't hear me or something, I'd be like, thanks for listening. But to say, that's not my baby.
I think maybe he's in shock.
Who you sleeping with?
Right. Could be like a defense mechanism, maybe.
Yeah, maybe they were trying
Okay.
and not succeeding. And then when you hear the news, you don't believe it. And then you just blurt that out.
No,
That's a hard thing to
unacceptable.
blurt out.
You don't say that to your partner
like,
that you
no,
love.
That can't be mine.
Right.
Was it more
That's
like,
the thing.
Why
here's what
can't
we
it
need to
be?
know. Hold
Because
on,
in their
here's
head
what
they've
we
been
need to
trying
know.
forever. I'm just saying, I don't
Was
know.
it an
People try forever.
angry, that's not mine? Or
Hear her
was
again,
it
play her
like,
again. Let me hear her again.
oh my God, there can't be mine? How was the can't be mine told? Let's hear
That's
this if she
awful.
tells
Hi,
us.
Roula and Ryan. I love your show so much. This line is really helpful. When I get off work, this is like a perfect timing. And I just found out I was pregnant. And when I went to tell my husband, he didn't seem excited. He honestly flat out accused me of it not being his because of all the work that he's been traveling for. And it just devastated me. And I don't really know how to approach him and talk to him about this because, of course, it's his. And he just kind of didn't give me this vibe of, oh, I'm so happy I'm having a baby with my loving wife. And I really just don't know where to go with this. So I really just need some help.
How do you go out of the blue with a statement like that? Like, oh, it must not be mine.
I would have kicked him in the.
They know they don't have
She
kids
said
again.
the word accused, y'all.
The
She
last
said the
time.
word accused, which does not make it sound at all that he was like playful with it. Like, well, there's no way that's mine. We haven't even done it.
I mean, you people are savage on text.
Right?
Oh, he's cheating.
The text.
He's cheating.
Or maybe
read
he
this.
had a vasectomy and never told her.
Oh, my God.
We've had that on Roses before, yeah.
Plot twist.
Most everybody is saying this guy is cheating on this girl, and that's why he had that reaction.
Yeah.
This texter says, me, my ex-boyfriend now, because he said the baby I'm carrying is not his. She broke up with him.
Whoa.
I mean, is he fighting it?
Here's
Or
why
is he
he's
just saying it when he first heard it?
I said accused,
No,
Eric.
he accused.
And then
you
made
know
her
why?
feel like he
But
was
in her
angry
mind-
Because he's got the new girl, and he's probably telling her, "Oh, our marriage is dead; it's over." And then all of a sudden, she gets
Well,
pregnant.
maybe the accusement wasn't like we think it's.
We don't use the word accused, Eric, unless it's accused.
But if you're
We
thinking
think
that,
he
you make
said.
it sound like that.
She literally said he accused me.
Yeah. Oh my God, this
But it could've
person's
been- it could've
dark
been something
on text.
simple, though.
Listen how
Right.
dark this texter took it.
Oh, dear.
Did his mom die during labor and he doesn't want kids? That is dark.
Wow, you.
I think she would know that, wouldn't she?
People are really trying to fill in the missing pieces here.
What are you watching on Netflix, dude or ma'am? You,
Right.
A lot of
Went down
people
the
are
dark-
saying it sounds like he's having an affair, but we only know her side of the story, so we don't know.
I'm just saying maybe he didn't say it as bad and
She's adding
Okay,
fluff
let's
to
say
it.
best case scenario, he's not cheating. It's still devastating. You know, this is something that you and your partner are creating a life together, and you should be supportive and say, "Oh my God, I love you. This is the most wonderful news I've ever heard in my life." You don't treat him like that.
There are so many cool ways to tell somebody that you're pregnant. You could just, because your own shock, you're like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Or you make up these cool little like Instagram things that you've seen. And you don't want a bad reaction. You'll never forget the reaction that your mate gave you when you, especially here's
Kinda
the
like
thing
the
about being a
reaction
woman.
that Roula got from Kevin.
Oh my God.
What?
Can I talk about that?
Okay,
that?
by the way,
I want to hear this.
This
God.
is baby number 3.
So,
Within
it
2
wasn't
years?
baby number 10.
Oh, I think I know what
And
you're talking
at
about.
that point,
It wasn't baby number 10.
at that point, I just thought there was no end to Roula leaving the show and leaving us to fill those shoes. And they are big shoes.
Now you're throwing in extra compliments.
We had to do it for 9 weeks, Kev.
Every time.
Every time.
It was 6 weeks and 6 weeks.
It
That's
felt
all
like
I
an
got.
eternity.
It felt like 9 weeks.
Okay, listen. Let's reset the scenario.
Kevin did.
Because every time I found out I was pregnant,
this is
obviously I didn't tell them right away because I wanted to wait the 12 safe weeks and blah, blah, blah. So I would either tell everybody together or I'd tell them individually. And so when it was baby number 3, we were in the office. It was just Kevin and me. And I said, hey, Kevin. And you know what's weird? The visual I remember, somebody had given Kevin like a chocolate rose, like a solid chocolate rose. So it was a stem and this foil colored rose. And I remember that so visually in that space where he was sitting. And I said, hey, Kevin, guess what? I'm pregnant. I'm having their baby. And he goes, oh, crap the bed. And he did not say the word crap. And I hit him on the shoulder like, what is your problem?
She did.
And
Wow,
he's like,
that's awful,
well,
Kevin.
So would you be gone again? Because how long have you be gone this time? And I was like, you are so selfish. You are so selfish.
Yep.
And then I just read that there's not enough babies being made, so good on you, Roula.
And I had a lady that called me and asked the question, how many babies are you going to have?
Yeah, that's so weird.
And I go, what is wrong with you guys? 3 is
said
very
that to you?
average. A listener. Do you remember she called?
Oh, God.
And she was like, how many babies
Sorry
are you
about
going to
that.
Who
have?
says that?
By the way, sorry. That was it was just blurted out. I didn't. Sometimes I have no filter.
Your inside
especially
voice doesn't
it
stay
was
inside.
5:45 in the morning. I hadn't had my coffee yet. Here I am snacking on a chocolate rose.
Because everyone thinks that way, right? So they think about themselves when they hear something.
Right. How is it going to affect me?
That is just so wrong.
Yeah, that's true. How's it going to affect me? Coming up next. Oh, if you're a Beyonce fan, we've got your first chance of the day to score Beyonce tickets. And Special K, you got a prank call with Eloise.
Eloise Pennybaker's going to step in for a telemarketer turnaround. You know, my husband, he's something else. I'll tell you all about him next.
On the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric on 104.1 KRBE.